My family and I camped in a remote bushland reserve, miles from the nearest ranger station. Night fell quickly and the air cooled fast. Around 10 p.m., I went to check the fire and noticed something off, the sound of footsteps circling our tent. Slow, dragging, careful, I called my wife and children inside. We zipped the tent shut. The fire started to die. I thought it was just another camper, maybe pranking us. Then I heard it, a knock, soft repeated on the tent fabric. I whispered, "Who's there?" No answer. The knocking stopped. Then a whisper right by my ear. "Hello? Can I join you?" I spun around. No one. My wife was frozen, clutching the kids. Outside, the firelight flickered. Shadows moved in unnatural ways, taller, thinner than any human. I grabbed the flashlight and pointed it outside. A man stood there, too tall, too still. His face, blank eyes, completely black. I shouted. The figure vanished instantly. We packed everything and drove out that night. The next day, rangers said the campsite had been closed for months due to safety concerns. But the weirdest part? My tent zipper had been unzipped from the inside. We never camped again. Our family had been planning this camping trip for months. My wife, our 2 kids, and I drove out to a state park far from the city. By the time we arrived, it was late afternoon. The forest was dense, the air heavy with pine and moss, and the trail leading to our site seemed endless. We set up our tent next to a small creek. Kids played, throwing sticks into the water. At first, everything felt perfect, too perfect. Around 8:30 p.m., I noticed something odd. The forest had gone unnaturally quiet. No crickets, no owls. Even the creek's flow seemed muffled. I chalked it up to the kids splashing. By 9:15 p.m., we were all inside the tent. I was telling ghost stories to keep the kids entertained when a sharp snap echoed nearby. "Probably a branch," I said. But then we heard it again, and again. Step, snap, step, snap, moving closer each time. I zipped the tent door and peeked outside. Nothing, just the trees swaying. The smell of wet earth seemed stronger, almost like it was being forced into the tent. Around 10 p.m., the children's laughter stopped. My daughter whispered, "Daddy, someone's watching us." I laughed it off, then I heard breathing. Not ours, slow, deliberate, close. I unzipped the tent slightly, and a shadow flickered between the trees. A figure, tall, thin, completely black against the forest, stood watching us silently, moving closer every minute, yet never leaving the shadows. We didn't sleep that night. Every rustle, every whisper of wind sounded like it was coming from him. By dawn, the figure was gone, but the imprint of enormous bare feet was pressed into the soft earth just 20 feet from our tent. We left immediately. I still wake up some nights imagining those eyes in the dark. We were camping near a large lake in the Rockies. My parents, my sister, and I had brought 2 tents. The first evening was normal, fishing, marshmallows, and a small fire. At around 11 p.m., my father went to check the lake. He never returned. I went to find him, flashlight in hand. The path we had walked earlier was gone. Trees looked unfamiliar. The tent sites were different. New tents were pitched where none had been before, and small figures peeked from inside, watching me. I called my father, no answer. Then a whisper came from the darkness. "Don't follow the water." The lake, our lake, was no longer there. In its place was a dense thicket of blackened trees. Panic set in. We tried to find our way back, but every trail led deeper into the unknown forest. Every landmark had moved. I swear I saw shadows of people standing silently along the trees, yet when we turned, they vanished. By sunrise, we stumbled out near the road, but the car was gone. We were parked miles from the nearest highway. My father was missing. My sister refused to speak for days. Even now, satellite maps of that area don't show the campground we stayed in.